You're listening to a Weeby Geeks Network podcast.
The Dining at Disney podcast. The Dining at Disney podcast. Your ultimate source about the wonderful world of dining at the Disneyland and Walt Disney World resorts.
If you are what you eat, then I only want to eat the good stuff.
Kristen Hoetzel and Jay Brattain are your guides on this culinary adventure.
We'll prepare and serve with flair a culinary cabaret.
Join them as they discuss the latest food news, expert tips, recommendations, and trip planning advice related to Disney food and dining. From quick service to fine dining, you will discover all the best restaurants and food as they hungrily explore the Disney parks.
It brings folks together from all walks of life.
The Dining at Disney podcast. And now, your host, Kristen Hoetzel and Jay Brattain.
Your ultimate source about the wonderful world of dining at Disneyland and Disney World. I'm Kristen, and with me is Jay. How are you doing today?
Doing great, thanks.
So we've got a lot of news to cover this week. So we're going to be covering some news. We also have, you've got a review of Jolly Holiday, right?
Yes.
As well as we've got a listener question and a Disneyland food tip. So let's go ahead and dive in to some appetizers. Jay, what you got out at Disneyland for us?
Oh my, we have quite a few things going on. We'll start with the updated menu at Jolly Holiday. What's going on is they replaced my favorite sandwich, which sucks. They replaced the market sandwich, and but you know they've got a new roast beef and blue cheese thing on a baguette, I believe. I'd have to look at the exact how they define it, but regardless, it is a new menu, and they also have a bunch of desserts. For a full listing, you can go to our website. Actually wrote a little synopsis on what's being offered for spring 2015, and I also tried the tuna salad sandwich, and I'll provide a more in-depth review of that later on in the show. That'll be our main course, and yeah, so it's fun. I mean, they do update their menu seasonally. Of course, the mainstays are the grilled cheese sandwich with the tomato soup, tomato bisque soup, and of course the standard pastries that they always have. But I'm glad that they are refreshing their menu for the season.
I do like the food there. It's always good anytime I've stopped in there.
Absolutely. I don't know, it's just something about it. The quality level of the bread is better than the other restaurants at the park. I mean, is it like, oh my gosh, fresh, out of the bakery type bread? No, but it's definitely better than a lot of the other counter service establishments, and definitely better than the quick service places around the parks. And then just a quick little thing about a program that Disneyland has done. It has to do with school children in the Anaheim area, and what they did was they have a teaching garden, and just kind of shows the importance of where our food comes from and nutritional information and stuff like that. And it is an Anaheim area school, and it's Walt Disney Elementary School, so that's appropriate, right? Then I guess apparently the initial planting was in November, and then they kind of just use it as a laboratory to how to nurture growing plants, harvest and produce and process the produce. And I guess 700 kids participated in it, and also a number of Disney volunteers. Volunteers is a program at Walt Disney Company, and they helped out with the whole process as well. So anyways, again, for the link on the full story, it is on the Disney Parks blog, and we'll have that in our show notes. Then we have, this is actually news that's not on any of the Disney Parks blog, and you may have run across it in the rumor mill, or at least on online, Facebook, Twitter, etc. But they have brought back the Mediterranean-inspired menu at Paradise Garden Grill. So I was super happy about that because I was at DCA this past Wednesday, and when I went to the Paradise Garden Grill, I kind of expected that they would still have the burgers there since Smokejumpers wasn't set to open until the next day. But when I got there, surprise, surprise, they brought back the Mediterranean menu, and not only did they bring it back, they actually provided it looks like enhancements to the menu. So it's some of the similar dishes, some of the newer ones. I really haven't studied it and I haven't tried it yet. But in the past, they just had the skewers, and it looks like now they actually have the what's it called the Euro, the Euro sandwich. I don't know if it's Euro sandwich or a Euro plate, something along those lines. But that is an addition to what they had previously. Then other bits of news, all kinds of news, and again, this is at DCA. Smokejumpers Grill did officially open, which was March 20th. Unfortunately, the day after I was at the parks.
You just missed it.
I just missed it. But from what I heard, well, I don't know if I really missed much. Apparently, the menu is almost identical, and it is what it is, and I was extremely disappointed they didn't bring back the ribs. But at the same time, I understand, maybe this is just the beginning, and perhaps they'll venture to expand the menu at a later time. Who knows? But the good thing is that they brought back the toppings bar, which is unique to that establishment. What that is you can put on your own jalapenos or mayonnaise, mustard, lettuce, tomato, onions, etc. And you can pile it high, so you can make your little small little burger into like a super stack, and it's all about how much stuff you want to put on there, which is a good thing. Actually, a lot of people have said that that was one of their favorite aspects of that restaurant. So I'll give it a shot. Again, from what people have said, it's essentially the same as far as the meat and buns and so forth. But I'll give it a shot, and if it's bad, then that's okay. I take a bullet for dining at Disney. No big deal. But we have the show notes, and there's the link to the Disney Parks blog, and also not advocating touring plans, but they did have a really nice write-up about their initial impressions of the new the new decor and stuff like that at the restaurant. And from what I read and the pictures I've seen, it looks really nice. Actually, it looks really nice. So I'm excited just to even look at the restaurant and go from there.
Is that the only restaurant that has a toppings bar?
Yes.
Okay. Because there's over at Walt Disney World, there's a couple of restaurants that have the topping bars. So.
I see.
One of them, if you order Pecos Bill's, and if you order their taco salad, it's the shell with the meat in it, and that's it. So like you have to throw the lettuce and all of the toppings, so then you can make your taco salad like stick all the way over the top of the bowl.
Yeah, that's good. Hey, mile high, man. I know. If they're letting you do it, why not? And
exactly.
That's good. I actually like that. Yeah, because here's the thing: is that instead of like telling the cast member, "Oh, no onions," or no pickles or whatever, you don't have to worry about it. You just do it yourself. And so what? You know what I mean? If maybe it's a little dry or whatever, you can make it as moist as you want. Just slap on a gob of mayonnaise and mustard and so forth, and you can make
melty cheese.
And there you go, melty cheese.
Can't go wrong with melty cheese.
There you go. So how about we got some appetizers from our parks over there on the East Coast?
I do. I've got a couple of news stories. One of them is Wish's Firework Dessert Party is now taking reservations. In the past, this was referred to as Tomorrowland Terrace Dessert Party. They've updated this a little bit and have just started with the reservations. The first date that people can book it for is July 5th. It's going to have reserved seating. There'll be decadent desserts and beverages. You'll get to toast with a glass of sparkling cider as the fireworks kick off. Some of the desserts include chocolate-dipped strawberries, chocolate mousse, ice cream. There's going to be seasonal fruit and cheese for those that want something a little bit healthier. Disney character-themed cupcakes. There's hot drinking chocolate, signature lemonades, coffee, and tea also available. It's going to be $49 for adults, $29 for children, tax included, and reservations can be made by visiting disneyworld.com/dine or calling 407-WDW-DINE. Between that, they also do one over at Epcot, and between the two, I would go with the one at Epcot because you at least get champagne.
There you go. Free alcohol. Well, not free really, but yeah.
That and I prefer Illuminations to
Okay.
Wishes, so it's one of those things as well.
Actually, if it's okay, I apologize. I want to go back a little bit and I apologize to the listeners as well. I actually had some pictures to show. Well, it's not for our listeners really. It's for the people who are actually watching our YouTube channel here. I pulled off some photographs from some online sources, and I wanted to show the new decor for the Smokejumpers grill. And here we go. So yeah, this is the interior where you go in to order the food, and it's pretty standard. Though it's essentially the same layout as they had before, so nothing exciting there. Then here's kind of a close-up of the menu. As you can see, you know, the bacon cheddar burger is replacing the bacon and blue cheeseburger. They did add the grilled chicken and feta salad. I think that it was a different. I think it was just like a regular garden salad before, and then the chili cheeseburger is exactly the same. And then the grilled chicken and jack, they just changed the nomenclature. It went from grilled chicken sandwich to grilled chicken and jack. You know, so they wanted to emphasize that it does have cheese apparently. And then on the outside, you know, it looks like they added more seating, and or at least maybe not more. It looks a little bit different than it did before, and you know, it looks nice. I like the outside exterior design, and it looks more in line with Grizzly Peak, obviously, because you know that's what it's supposed to represent, but it just looks better just overall compared to Taste Pilot's grill, in my opinion. Then also I wanted to share some pictures. Nothing too sexy here. It's just the Paradise Garden Grill. Let me see if I can pull this up here.
I am surprised that they don't have ribs or like pulled pork, anything like that on the Smokejumpers menu.
I totally agree with you on that, and it just, to me, if you're going to call it Smokejumpers, yes, I mean it is an homage to, you know, the firefighters out there that help, you know, prevent our, you know, national forests from burning down completely. But at the same time, I don't know, when you include smoke into a restaurant name, I expect something smoky. You know, I expect some ribs or smoked chicken, or, you know, smoked whatever, brisket.
Turkey leg.
What's that?
The turkey leg.
There you go, the turkey leg. Sure, why not? And so, anyways, yeah, whatever. I mean, who knows? Like I said, I'm not sure if this is just kind of get the restaurant going, and then later on they'll go ahead and decide to change the menu, which hopefully that'll be the case. But regardless, I'm not, you know. It is what it is, and you know, just you can only hope for something different. But regardless, back to Paradise Garden Grill. Here's a picture of the exterior. Nothing really has changed much. I mean, the facade and everything is all the color schemes are exactly how it's always been. But just like I said, the menu though has been updated, and thank goodness they got rid of those burgers. They were terrible. So they have the grilled steak, skewers, the spicy meatballs, lemon oregano chicken, and the beef gyro platter. Yeah, so I was right. It was a platter, not the gyro sandwich. And then the Greek salad. And I've tried all the skewers before. I have not tried the gyro platter, so I'm really excited to give that a shot. And also, I think that the grilled tofu and vegetables is a newer skewer as well. If I remember correctly, it was like a portobello mushroom skewer. It's been a while since I've eaten there, so I'd have to go back and look at my old photographs and stuff.
I know, right?
But yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just I try to keep all these menus straight in my head, but just so many things that they're offering.
Oh, I know.
So
it's
okay.
hard to.
There's my little picture show. Hope you enjoyed.
Let's see, where were we? Oh, Magic Kingdom. Just finished talking about wishes. Okay, so over Magic Kingdom, they did change some of the snack locations around a little bit. Previously, you were able to get your Dole Whip and your Dole Whip float and all of that at a lower aisle, and it was located, trying to think, it located near like the Jungle Cruise. Well, they've switched that with Sunshine Tree Terrace. We haven't talked about this, did we?
No.
Okay.
I read the
mind,
article.
I'm like, did I talk about this before or not? But they switched locations.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of strange, actually.
But it makes sense to me to have them swap their locations because Sunshine Tree Terrace is significantly larger than Aloha Isle.
Oh, okay.
It's a good, I'd say almost 3 times the size.
Oh, my.
Yeah, it's a lot bigger. And since Aloha Isle always has a really long line, it just makes more sense to me to have it there and not blocking a main walkway. So they did switch locations. They took their menus with them. So the other thing that they changed that did not make any sense to me was the turkey leg has moved from Frontierland and Liberty Square over to the Cool Ship in Tomorrowland. So that's the only thing that I'm like, because when I think of turkey legs, I think of like rustic and like home on the range kind of thing.
There you go, exactly.
Cowboys discovering new frontiers and.
Yeah, the original paleo diet, right?
Yeah, so it seems to me, it's, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I mean, I'm surprised actually they did that, and somebody needs to check that because really like I tell, there's certain foods that belong in certain lands, and that's especially true to me with the turkey leg. I don't know, it just feels kind of out of place, when you're in Tomorrowland, in Disneyland, and you're like eating that and just like, it's not, it's just kind of, it doesn't feel right. And if anything, I'd just like take it back over to Fantasyland, or I'd walk back over to Frontierland and just chomp on a bench over there.
Yeah, it just fit those areas so well that I was just kind of surprised. I don't know if maybe they're trying to maybe change traffic or see if they relocate it over there, if it'll be more popular, or I don't know, or less popular. If somebody just goes, hey, let's move things around and see what happens. So, but, oh well, they changed it. On to some good news. Be Our Guest now is serving breakfast. So this is going to make a lot of people happy because that restaurant is near impossible to get into. I mean, not too long ago they added the advanced dining reservations for lunch, but now they added breakfast, and you can do ADRs for that as well. It's just in a testing phase. Now through June 18th, there will be breakfast served from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. daily. Some of the menu items include pastries, there's cured meats and cheeses, eggs Florentine, an open-faced bacon and poached egg sandwich, vegetable quiche, croissant donut, which has been fried and topped with banana caramel sauce, chocolate ganache, and whipped cream. For the little kids, there is brioche French toast, scrambled eggs, fruit crepes, cereal, and oatmeal. And reservations can be made now either by calling 407-WDW-DINE. You can book it online or via the My Disney Experience app. The Disney dining plan is accepted. It's $19.99 for adults. I'm trying to remember how much it was for kids. Can't remember what it is for kids, and I don't want to quote it wrong. But
that's all right. They can check our link on the website, right?
Yes.
There you go.
Some people that said they thought it was, $20 was too much, but when you think about it, for breakfast at a table service locations, that's not too bad,
It's kind of up there. Is it a breakfast buffet or is it or is
they
it
bring like a main? They'll bring like a main dish to you, I believe, and then they bring pastries and stuff like that for the whole table to share.
Okay, so it's sort of like DCA, the Little Mermaid restaurant, where it's kind of an upscale, or quote unquote upscale type of experience in terms of like the dining experience, but I guess upscale for kids, not necessarily upscale for adults, right?
I don't know. This restaurant seems to have more of an adult menu. It's the only place in the Magic Kingdom you can drink.
Right. Lucky you. Well, that's all right.
That's if you can get in to eat there.
Right.
I was lucky enough to get to test it out when I went for the AP preview.
Okay.
When they did that, and Aljon and I and a friend of ours, we went and did dinner there, and since then I haven't been able to get in. And for lunch, before it was either you wait in line, which was at least an hour or so, you wait in line, or you're lucky enough that Disney gave you one of those magical fast passes that nobody knows how they were determining, what guests got it and which ones didn't, and we never got one. So I still haven't done lunch there, but now I have a chance to.
There you go.
I don't have any need to wait an hour or more to just to eat. Like, by the time I want to eat, I am hungry. Like, I don't want to wait an hour now.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm with you on that one. I'm looking at the photos, and it looks really nice. The little platter with the cured meats and cheeses with the baguette. Oh my! I mean that is definitely like on the upscale end. Then the eggs Florentine, that looks wonderful, magnificent. I don't know how the pastry is at these restaurants. Is it on par with, like, let's say Napa Rose, or maybe just a little bit lower than that?
I'd say a little bit lower than Napa Rose.
Okay. But it's not bad.
No.
Okay, cool. That looks good. Next time I go to Disney World in next, 8 to 10 years, I'll check it out.
Hopefully by then it won't be as popular as it is now.
Right.
I think that's all the news, right?
Yeah.
Okay, So time for the main dish. That's all you, Jay.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So, as I had stated, I was at the parks, Disneyland Resort, this past Wednesday, and I decided to give the Jolly Holiday Spring menu a try. So I went there, and I decided I was debating whether or not to get the roast beef or the tuna salad, because on one hand, I wanted to try the roast beef, but I really wasn't that hungry. And I figured, it's springtime. I don't know, tuna salad seems a little more, to my liking, or at least at that moment. So I went ahead and ordered that. and I also got the white chocolate mousse whoopie pie. So I went ahead and did a little video if you guys want to check it out on YouTube, but I'll give you the breakdown now so you can save yourself 3.5 minutes of watching my iPhone shot video with the background noise and all that. But regardless.
Oh, but see, that's always so much fun because you get to hear people's interesting conversations.
Yeah, that's true, and then you do get the park noise in the background, right? It's
right?
Yeah, exactly. So you can imagine yourself sitting at the Jolly Holiday Bakery Café and enjoying lunch. There you go. So yeah, so check it out for sure. So the tuna salad sandwich, I had a little bit of mixed emotion about this one. I on one hand, I liked it. It was different than the standard tuna salad sandwich that you get at whatever at the supermarket or the deli or something like that. But it wasn't quite as good as I expected it to be, only because I'd read on the Disney Parks blog that, we're bringing back the tuna salad sandwich. It almost seemed like backed by popular demand type thing. So I was like, okay, cool, it must be good. I mean, why else would they hype it up like this, right? So I went in, got it, and I decided to kind of take all the ingredients and parse it out. The bun itself, it's a brioche bun. It's not the most delicate brioche out there. It is a little bit chewy. It was cold, which is unfortunate. I mean, it wasn't even room temperature. It felt like they had brought it out of the refrigerator maybe 15 minutes before, and that's unfortunate. Of course, it could have been in a cool storage area. So regardless, it was a bit cold, and that didn't really do anything for the taste or flavor of the bun. But the tuna salad itself was, it was like an albacore tuna. It wasn't the cheap grade, cans that you get at the store for 59 cents or whatever. It was, a little bit chunky. They had some capers in it, which was good. I really like capers, and that's a little bit different from the standard pickles that they utilize for tuna salad. Then there's the red onion, some green onion, and I thought that was interesting. Green onion, incorporated with the tuna salad, and the other thing, and then it was served on a leaf lettuce, like a romaine or something, and also a tomato, just a standard, beefsteak tomato kind of thing. And so the taste again was pretty good. It wasn't my favorite. Would I get it again? Probably not, to be honest. But I think for people who like tuna salad or want an alternative, like a fish alternative to the roast beef or chicken or even the grilled cheese, it's definitely something to worthwhile to get. And it comes with the house-made chips, which you throw house-made chips and you made me a happy camper,
House-made chips are always good.
Oh yeah, definitely. I throw a little black pepper on those things, and it's yummy. Then I also got the white chocolate mousse whoopie pie, and I'll go ahead and show a little picture of that here. Let me do my little screen share. Okay, here we go, screen share, and okay. So this was pretty good. I don't recall them ever having this on the menu before, so it's something fairly new. The bun, the chocolate, I guess, sponge cake that encases the whoopie pie is like a darker chocolate. It's not a milk chocolate, which is good. I think that you need a darker chocolate, especially if you're going to do like a white chocolate center. You need a sort of a contrast to the inside ingredients, the sweetness. Then also the white chocolate mousse itself was good. It was just a hair sweet for me. I think honestly that the better choice would be doing like a whipped cream type filling, but obviously that's not going to be very feasible just for the fact that that requires refrigeration, and I think they want it to be shelf stable, warmer temperatures and stuff. But I did like the little candy crunches on the outside. I was actually surprised that I liked the candy crunches in the outside, the sprinkles, because normally I don't like, when I get ice cream sundaes or whatever, I sort of skip over those little candy. I don't need sugar on top of sugar, but this did a nice job of providing some textural contrast to the dessert there. So
it looks good.
Yeah, well, thanks. That's my photography skills. There you go. you can't see me, but I'm like, doing my fingernails. Okay, no, just kidding. So, anyways, it was quite nice, and I would recommend it to people to get if they're in the mood for a sweet treat. It's not too heavy. You definitely can share. I only had a quarter of it, and then the rest of it I brought home and let my wife try it, and she liked it as well. Unfortunately, it didn't look the same after sitting in my backpack for several hours, but she got the gist of the flavors. So
the important thing is the taste at that point, like as
right.
long as it tastes good, it's okay when it doesn't look so pretty anymore.
Right, exactly. So just grab a spoon and just scoop up all the crumbs and the white chocolate mousse cream, and you're good to go. So
I think it'd be good if they had done a milk chocolate mousse in it.
That actually would have been good as well, I believe. And again, ideally I would love it to be like a whipped cream or even ice cream, because the buns, the sponge cake buns or whatever were really good. I really liked that. I enjoyed it a lot. The dark chocolate flavor was outstanding on those.
I always prefer dark chocolate to milk chocolate because I'm not like you. I'm not a big sweet person either.
Right.
I leave all that to Aljon. Like, it's too sweet, I'm like, here, you can have it. I don't want it.
But that's a good thing. For me, I like to try things, and if I don't like it, my wife loves sweet, so, she'll eat it. So that works out for both of us, right?
Right? That's like when I get bags of candy. Like say you get jelly beans, I want the pink and the red. I don't want the grape ones. I just don't like grape. So growing up, I hated sharing candy to this day, even still with my dad, because him and I like the same flavors. Whereas if I share with Mom, she doesn't like them. So we each get what we want out of it, and everybody's happy. There's no like having to fight over, no, I want this one.
Right.
Well, I guess now that we've been talking about dessert, we should get into the dessert section. And I know you've got a food tip. Should we go into that first, or do we want to cover the listener question?
I'll just let's do the listener question. We'll just alternate, make it interesting.
So our listener question comes from Steve K. He writes us, and it says, my wife and I have a trip to Walt Disney World coming up early October. My wife, being a foodie, and this being a trip with just the two of us, has decided we're going to do only signature dining.
Wow, nice.
Of these choices, which 5 would you choose? It says, knowing that everyone has different tastes. Your opinion is appreciated. And the choices are Flying Fish, California Grill, Citricos, Narcoossee's, Yachtsman Steakhouse, Le Cellier Steakhouse, and Monsieur Paul. And he's missing my favorite signature dining restaurant on his list.
What's that?
Chico.
Ah, Chico.
Chico. You should consider Chico, Steve, because it's really good. See, I like Chico because it's got such a variety of food. Whether you eat meat or you don't, it's great for people who are vegan, vegetarian, carnivores, and the food flavors range quite a bit. And I've always had an excellent meal there. I have never been disappointed. But from this list, I would go with Flying Fish is always spot on. The fish is always fresh. They have had the same signature dish for a while now. The other ones have kind of alternated out as the seasons change. If you don't like fish, they do offer chicken and steak there as well. And the steak's really good. But I would pick that. I would probably go with California Grill and would book a reservation around the time of Wishes, so that way you could watch it from the restaurant. They did a good job when they updated that restaurant. I think it looks really pretty now.
California Grill?
Yeah, in the past it looked a little
Rundown?
outdated, and the carpet kind of made me think of like a kid's play area. It had big color blocks on the carpet, and I just wasn't.
Yeah, when I went to Walt Disney World a few years ago, they were just about to undergo the renovation, and that was actually my impression. I was like, wow, I mean, why do people think this is like a really good place? And like looked at it and I was like, this is kind of like run down a bit,
Yeah.
But anyways, it's good thing that they updated it.
They updated it, and it looks really pretty. The food's really good. Nice view of the fireworks from there. I would say if it's breezy, to take, and it's cool outside, take a jacket, take a sweater, because when you walk out on that little causeway outside there, it's really, really breezy, and it'll make you cold. Let's see. I would also go with Narcoossee's because their food is excellent. They offer a surf and turf that's lobster tail and filet mignon. For dessert, I really like their almond crusted cheesecake. And I don't even like cheesecake, but it's like one of my favorite desserts at Disney. Let's see. So that's what 3. Okay, this is where it's difficult going between Yachtsman's and Le Cellier. I really like Le Cellier, but I will say that Aljon's the big steak eater. That's like his thing is when we go to Disney, he's going to find the best steak. And he will tell you hands down Yachtsman's steak is the place to go get a steak. It's his favorite. So if you're looking for an excellent steak, I would go with Yachtsman's. But I do like Le Cellier. They've got the little breads that they bring out that are always good. You can't go wrong with the Canadian cheddar cheese soup. And I would go with Monsieur Paul. That would be my 5th choice. And I tried that in October, and I found the menu to be really good. It's and it's quiet up there. You're above Le Chefs de France, so you might be able to see the fireworks if you're dining during illuminations. You can see them from the window up top, but it's a very quiet restaurant, so I think it's a nice place to go for a romantic dinner too. That and Narcoossee's, because you can see Wishes because it sits out on the water of the Seven Seas Lagoon, so you can walk outside or from the table. If you're sitting at a table that faces the Magic Kingdom, you can watch the fireworks from there. So yeah, so I would go with Flying Fish, California Grill, Narcoossee's, Yachtsman's, and Monsieur Paul. So those would be my 5, Steve. And thank you so much for your question.
Yeah, for sure.
And on to the Disneyland food tip, Jay.
There you go. So everyone loves Dole Whip. It's one of those iconic treats alongside the churros that people have to get when going to Disneyland. And every time I've gone by the Tiki, excuse me, the Enchanted Tiki Room. Whoa, had a little frog there. Anytime you go by the Enchanted Tiki Room, there's always a long line. Unless you get there right when the place opens, there's always a long line. So here's a little secret. When you go to get your Dole Whip, don't wait in that long line that is on the outside of the queue area. Go inside like you're going to watch the Tiki Room, and there's a second line that's on the inside. And what you do is place your order. There's always at least 3 to 4 cast members on duty, so one person will be able to help you out, and they do have a cash register on the inside as well. So it's going to save yourself at least 20 to 30 minute wait time. And if you're there and you feel compelled, might as well watch the Enchanted Tiki Room anyways. I mean, you have the nice little sweet treat to go along with the show. But so that's my little insider secret. Also, this is a little bonus tip, and this is for both Walt Disney World and Disneyland people who love the Dole Whip. There is a company that's based out of Hawaii, and they decided to, I guess they made it available to the public to order the Dole Whip mix. And the name of the company is called Unified Enterprises Corporation. And they do have 3 different flavors. They have the pineapple, of course, orange, and vanilla. And you guys have the orange out there in Walt Disney World, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have it in California, so one of these days maybe I'll decide to order some just for the heck of it. The only downside though is that you have to buy like a bulk package. It's not just like, okay, let me just get like 3 to 4 serving sizes or whatever. No, their minimum order is for 70 half-cup servings. And that's a lot.
You better really like the Dole Whip.
Oh yeah, exactly. Unless you got a huge party that you're gonna make it for, that's definitely gonna last you, for a lifetime for most people. And the other aspect of it is it does cost $25, so it's not cheap. However, and then plus it's not just $25. It's actually $25 plus shipping. And I calculated out, I just kind of did a little faux order there, and for the shipping to California, it was about $19. So it's almost the same price. Yeah, it's almost the same price as the product itself. So you have to be really committed to want this mix. But at least it's available, though, right? I mean,
Yeah, it would be pretty cool to have, like, if you're doing like a little tiki-themed party in the summer. How cool would that be to have, Oh, yeah. And then you could kick it up a little bit for, adults, and some coconut rum or spiced rum or something like that. Add that in there.
There you go.
You'd be everybody's favorite person.
Be a hit for sure. Anyways, if you're interested, we put the link to the website where the product is available, and I just not just the company link. I actually put you right to the product page, so save you some time doing some search on it.
Definitely makes it easy that way, huh? So, Jay, do you have anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, well, that wraps up another episode. Where can people find you?
They can find me at magicalfoodtour.com, and on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, etc. They can find me at Magical Food Tour, and also on the Diz Geek podcast. If you want to hear a podcast about the news and reviews and rumors and so forth about Disneyland, then that's you can hit us up, and that's at dizgeek.com, and on Twitter it's at dizgeekpodcast.
Great. And you can find me at diningatdisney.com, on Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram. It's Dining at Disney. On YouTube, where you can watch this, it's The Dining at Disney. We would love to hear from you, so please don't hesitate to email us with your questions or comments at podcast@diningatdisney.com, or you can call us at 614-992-DADP. That's 3237. Make sure you download this and our other episodes, and please subscribe on iTunes. You can also get it via We Be Geeks, as we are part of the We Be Geeks network. Till next time, I'm Kristen. With me is Jay, and bon appetit.